You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Ferris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris. Good Tuesday to you, sir. How are ya?
Pretty darn good, and I've got a hankering for him. It's about darn time. It's National Pancake Day.
Oh, yeah. We went to the Waffle House in Florida, and Troy ordered pancakes, and the lady laughed at him and said, "We don't sell pancakes."
Oh, man.
It's right on the sign. Yeah. Waffle House.
But he's like, you couldn't pour some waffle
his
batter
point
on
was
the
valid. He said
griddle.
the International House of Pancakes sells waffles.
Yeah. The
So
Waffle House said no.
He was sure worked up.
You know what? He reminded me of that again the other day. It's like 2 weeks later. He's like,
well, it's what it's for, though. If you go to Waffle House and don't start a fight, you're not really at Waffle House.
It was in the spirit of Waffle Houseian that he was doing that.
Yeah,
so,
if you go down south, you've got to go to Waffle House, and you better be ready to rumble on
we were there
some
in
level.
the middle of the night, and it was just us and one other dude.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. Celebrating birthdays today. Is that where we're at? I think we are. Let's see here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Got a lot going on here. Hans Gruber.
Oh,
Alan Rickman.
Brilliant.
Very good.
Brilliant actor.
Who left us in 2016.
Yes.
Way too soon.
Born this day. Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's Party of Five back in the 90s. She was
She was America's
Party of Five.
sweetheart
She
for a while
was.
there.
And then a series I really liked, and I don't get into too many TV things that it's like, oh, I got to watch this. But I got into this one, watched just about every week, back in 2005, Ghost Whisperer. She starred in that as Melissa Gordon on CBS. It was kind of cool. Anyway, Jennifer's 44 today. Michael Jackson's kid, son Blanket, is 21. And going, yes, he really named me that. And Alan Crane is 68 today.
Alan Crane.
His middle name is Kelsey, and that's what he uses.
Grammar.
It's Kelsey Grammer.
Oh,
So
which
his
is
real
why
name-
he's Fraser Crane. Oh, that's...
No.
So his real last name is Crane?
No, I mixed that up.
Oh.
I mixed that up.
I was all excited for us. I was like, what?
No, because
That's awesome.
I'm on like 8 different meds. Surprised you even got that out at all.
So what is his name again?
Frankly.
I'm really lost.
Apparently it's, let me see here. His birth name is Alan Kelsey Grammer.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. There you go.
Got
He's
it.
68 today. Huge movie coming out, The Jesus Revolution.
Yeah.
Which
Yes.
he stars in.
That looks really good.
That does look good.
Well, it's got a local bent here now, too. Are you ready for this?
I am ready.
That film's going to debut on 10 of the 12 screens at Century East at Dolly Farms.
Nice.
In fact,
Wow.
it's fired up already. That was through Celebrate Church, actually.
That's really cool.
Oh.
Yeah, they got involved. This film is coming out. It's like, we want 10 of your theaters. And
Wow.
I had an email from, I work with the people who do the PR for that, and I got an email from them saying they were looking for extras, and I submitted that to a couple of people that I know, because they were looking for people who looked like they were hippies from the 70s.
Yeah, and actually that premieres tonight. That's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about. 10 different screens at
That's awesome.
Dolly Farms. So.
But I was like, yeah, I don't really look like a hippie, but I know some people who do, so.
Yeah,
I tried
based on a true story. Holy
It's
cow.
a cool true story as well.
Yeah, pretty darn exciting. So,
I'm going to go to that.
are you really?
I'm excited to go to
Why not? It does look good. I've seen the trailers for it.
Yeah, it looks good.
Historically speaking, it was 1878. The world's first telephone directory is issued.
that. Yeah.
Yep, 50 subscribers, 50 listings in New Harbor, Connecticut.
Nice.
Just 50. Yeah, and lawyer Scott Hoy was on the back cover. 1937, initial flight of the first, because people talk about it. It's like, hey, in Back to the Future, we're supposed to get flying cars.
Yeah,
And,
Right.
2015, baby.
Yeah, well, no, that is technically incorrect, because in 1937, this day, initial flight of the first successful flying car. Waldo Waterman's Aerobile. Only 5 ever produced because nobody was really interested in
I'm
it.
interested.
It was built basically around kind of a tricycle concept.
Oh.
And it would fly. It had a 100 horsepower motor
Wow.
and wings. No telling it would fly, and you could drive it down the road.
I love that idea.
Literally nobody cared. There were only 5 ever made.
Huh.
Wasn't that weird?
See if I can find one of those.
The world of sports, John, because I know you're a huge sports guy.
I
You live and
sports a
die
lot.
sports. That's all there is to it. It was 1968, and this was huge. This day in 68, Major League Baseball announces a minimum annual salary per player of $10,000.
Oh, wow.
A year, that would be $85,200 today.
Wow.
Seems like pretty good ching. The actual minimum salary in 2023, and they got a raise from last season. You're a rookie. You're getting minimum. Major League Ball, $720,000.
That's cool.
A year. Yup.
How do they live on that? You really got to feel bad for them.
And basically, if you're getting minimum, you've just broken the league, whatever, you're probably riding the pine. In other words, you're not saying...
You're not even... Yeah.
You're probably not seeing a lot of playing time unless you are really,
so you're
really...
getting that to just sit on the bench.
So yeah, you're getting about $750,000
To
for
be
riding
ready.
the pine, man.
To be on call and ready to go.
Nice.
That's amazing.
I've always thought of all the sports, and I like most of them, but I would love to be a baseball player.
Think about this, like Babe Ruth, baseball player. And then you look at his physique. Not necessarily a sports physique.
No.
But he was pretty good.
Well, that's not the case anymore.
No.
Now they're
But
very
back in the
fit.
day, he'd knock that out of the park. That way he didn't have to run as fast.
Well, you could, and they usually play first base. Like Ken Herbeck from Minnesota Twins.
Yeah.
He's a big guy. He's not winning any sprinting contests, whatever. Or John Kruk, and I forget who John played for. But he was really good, and he was a bigger guy.
Yeah.
And he's literally walking out of the tunnel one day after a game, and there's a mom there with her kids, little autograph seekers. And John fires up a cigarette.
Oh, yeah.
And the woman goes, and when I read this story, he goes, wow, I can't believe you're doing that. You're supposed to be a role model. And John goes, role model? Lady, I'm a ball player.
Yeah, I played ball. Yeah.
So,
Didn't sign up to be a role model, just so we're clear.
there you go. I know, we all know. We just bounce ahead here.
Going to do that. It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday. Our guest today, Kyle Kinane, is a very funny comedian. He and Matt Bronger are going to be in Sioux Falls tonight. Holy cow. Roommates tour tonight, Sioux Falls Orpheum Theater. And we've got Kyle on the line right now. Kyle, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well. What's happening over there? It's a little, are we frigid? We're frigid already?
Yeah, you could say that. It's like the time of the year when we don't have the greatest weather, and this week is going to be not so great, so it's a good thing you're getting here tonight rather than waiting a little later in the week. Otherwise, you might not make it because we've got some winter storm stuff coming to town.
Yeah, it's wild when you book a tour in February to Sioux Falls, and it actually turns out to be cold and snowy. I couldn't have predicted it.
I know, it's a shocker. We're all absolutely amazed.
Yeah, that's on us.
So I know you've been to Sioux Falls several times, and people really love you here. How long have you been doing stand-up comedy now?
Yeah, I've been doing comedy for, I think, 20-plus years at this point. Bronger and I we both met in Chicago. I should mention, we also have Sioux Falls' favorite comedic son, Sean Jordan, joining us. So if there's any reason to come out to see the guy who's the most proud of being from Sioux Falls, Mr. Sean Jordan. So
very cool. Sean is a very funny guy, and yeah, not one, not two, but three very funny guys joining us tonight at the Orpheum Theater in Sioux Falls for stand-up comedy.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we should have a good old time. Laugh. It warms the bones if you laugh. So.
And this isn't just Sioux Falls. It looks like you've got quite a little tour you're doing here, and many of these places look like they're cold places.
Well, we chose Sioux Falls, Fargo, Duluth, and Winnipeg in February, and we did this consciously. We did this on purpose. I'm not sure why. I thought we thought it was funny at first, and now you'll see us paying for those actions. We thumbed our noses at God, and now here we are.
You know, some comedians would have chosen February to go to places like Miami and, Texas and nice warm places.
You know what? It's the people that are going to provide the warmth for this tour, all right? It's not the weather. It's the people. It's the good people of the upper Midwest that's just going to take care of it. So
I love that. Now, you and Matt Bronger and then also Sean Jordan, it's called the Roommates Tour. So I'm assuming that there's some roommates that are involved in this. Were you and Matt roommates? Is that right?
We were. We both started comedy in Chicago back in the late 90s, and we were roommates, and we moved to Los Angeles together. So in the early 2000s, we were both cutting our teeth in the comedy scene in Los Angeles, and we're still great friends. You know, he lives there. I live up in Oregon, but we're still good pals, and we still keep in touch. And, you know, that's kind of how this tour came together. Like, wait, we both have jokes about each other. Like, I tell jokes about him in my set. He tells jokes about me. He's like, why don't we just go? Everybody knows we're buddies. Let's just go on do some shows together. So that's how this came about.
I love that. And then Sean Jordan will be joining you as well. How long have you guys known Sean Jordan?
I've known Sean for years, too. I know Sean from when I was touring up here in Oregon. He was living here at the time. And, you know, he's part of the All Fantasy Everything podcast and that family. They're a bunch of good guys. And so it's got to be at least 10-plus years I've known. We've both known Sean. So and that man is you will not meet a more proud individual to hail from Sioux Falls than Sean Jordan. So if anything, your civic pride should get you to the show.
And that show is tonight. It's at the Orpheum Theater in Sioux Falls. Kyle, thanks for your time, sir.
You bet. Sounds good. There might be a couple tickets left. I'm not sure. As of Friday, there's only a few, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully there are for the people listening.
I've got a link to find tickets at facebook.com/sunnyradio and facebook.com/Sioux Falls News. Again, the show is tonight. It is at the Orpheum Theater, and I hope to see you there.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
And now stuff Dan finds interesting.
Yeah.
It is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. Dan, what do you find interesting on this Tuesday?
Well, you know, you guys, you eat out.
Us? Yeah.
I don't. I'm not a big go out.
Not as much as we used to, but yeah.
Another restaurant, New Jersey Italian restaurant, has just banned kids under the age of 10.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
This is starting to happen around the country.
There are several places here in town that won't let you bring kids.
See, and I was
in.
going to ask if
Under
you were
21.
aware of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
18th Amendment,
under
you can't
21,
go in under
you can't
21.
bring
I
anybody
think
in.
there's a couple of them where you can't go in under 21. It's more of a bar and grill kind of place.
Okay, see, I can see bars doing that.
It's a heavily food establishment as well. So, I mean, I could see... I don't know how I wanted. I am.
It's a heavily food establishment.
I don't know what I was trying to say, but
I like what you said. That was good.
Like I could see at night saying, okay, after 5 p.m., whatever, we don't want any kids.
See, when I had my place, it was generally after 9 o'clock. There's no kids in my place.
Yeah.
When I had my bar grill. Yeah.
Yeah, but at like 18th Amendment, it's no kids at all ever, even at lunchtime.
I was not aware of this. You know, now that you mention it, I've never seen a kid in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Fascinating.
Unless they got a fake ID, they ain't getting in.
I just love the name of this place. It's Nettie's House of Spaghetti.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It's in Trenton Falls, New Jersey. And according to their announcement, Facebook post, signage around the joint now says, quote, between noise levels, lack of space for high chairs, cleaning up crazy messes, and the liability of kids running around the place, we have decided that it's time to take control of the situation.
Okay. Well, hopefully that...
They said they didn't come to the decision lightly. We love kids. We really, truly do. But lately, it's been extremely challenging to accommodate young kids at Nettie's. So... we're just going to make a little cutoff here at 10 years of age.
I think some of that, too, is for whatever reason, people have less control over their children's behavior now. And I think the restaurants are probably like, you know what? Not our problem. We're not going to...
I guess. And they're well within their rights to do it. And
for sure.
Of course, all the comments they got, whatever, it's mixed. They got 19,000 reactions.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You always have those parents. Well, we'll never come in there again. Well, that's the idea.
You were the one we were actually talking about.
That was kind of the plan, ma'am.
Yeah, I only had one episode when I had my place, and you could still actually smoke in bars. What a concept.
Yeah.
And I remember it was a younger couple came in. They were with the daughter, little girl. I don't know, she was 9 or 10 or whatever. And it was 5, 6 o'clock, so dinner. And I've got yes, you're more than welcome here. And 5 or 6 of my regulars at the bar, probably half of which smoke.
Right.
Which they were.
Right.
drinking beer and smoking cigarettes. And I got called over to the table, and the woman said, excuse me, my daughter doesn't care for the smoke. I went, I'm not sure what to do with this.
Yeah.
You know? She goes, well, could you ask them to stop? I can't.
No.
No. These guys pay my utility bills.
Right. You've been here once and you'll probably never be back. So
Exactly.
No.
So they did leave, but I had to make that call, man. It's
Yeah.
like, I'm not shutting down my cash flow here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So your kid can have a grilled cheese
Exactly.
and not eat it. So
Yes, exactly right.
good day, ma'am.
I believe I said good day.
You get nothing and you'll like it.
Please don't come again.
That's how that works. I just thought that's interesting. Seems to be a trend. So there you go.
Well, thank you, Dan.
Absolutely. Hey, you two wacky funsters. Have a prosperous, blessed day. I'll catch you in the morning.
Yes, you will.
Fantastic.
It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Tuesday, February 21st, 2023. Equity markets face a tough week with both PCE price index due out Friday and the outlook for earnings growth in deterioration. The latest word from FactSet is that consensus estimates for all 4 quarters are trending lower. The first half of the year will see negative growth, and the outlook for the back half has accelerated its decline. This is a dead weight for the market, and the primary reason why the S&P 500 is unlikely to move higher, or even remain as high as it is. Regarding the PCE price index, it's the Fed's favorite tool for measuring consumer-level inflation, and it will be hot. The CPI data foreshadowed not only hot year-over-year inflation, but acceleration of inflation near term. That has a 50 basis point rate hike back on the table. If the data is even hotter than the CPI suggests, the market sell-off could begin this week. It could be sharp and severe. You can get the inside track from Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com.